ayahuasca comes in number one. Someone try to stop me.
You can't go and put your team top 3 every fucking time you win a game.
Number one, your number one power-ranked motherfucking team, and this motherfucking game is Gary the Chemist. We fucking coming. We coming. Cooper motherfucking Cup, baby. He's back.
What the hell is cooking?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Gary the Chemist here, your commissioner, manager of the ayahuasca chemist, number one in the standings, to be determined if we're number one in the power rankings. Coming at you on a beautiful day, beautiful Wednesday in the great state of Michigan. The Detroit Lions coming off a nice dub. Big game this week. Big game. Green Bay Packers. Big game. That said, my friends, this is going to be a quicker episode because I've been a busy man. Also, it'll be my most uninformed episode because I was very busy this past weekend. I got to watch the Lions, didn't get to watch too much else. So with that said, we're going to have 2 segments only. Okay? So let's get to the next one.
Judge Gary.
You may all sit. Okay. Judge Gary presiding. The Honorable Gary the Chemist will continue to oversee the following trial. Current case involves Trevor and Gideon versus the league. Trevor and Gideon are currently being charged with two possible charges here. Number 1, a trade that is so egregious that it is vetoable. And number 2, an attempt to conspire with insider stipulations only known to the parties involved in the trade. This could bring one of the worst charges you can get in the sport of fantasy football. Illusion. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have heard the cases said from all sides. And after obtaining all the information, it's definitely worthy of talking about. Hence the special segment. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, we must discuss who the trade entails. Mr. Cade Otton, tight end for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay now down Chris Godwin, their slot guy. Mike Evans coming off a hammy, missed a number, top 5 in the NFL, top 5, top 10, A-Dot. He's constantly running down the field, which means he's constantly potentially going to tweak that hammy. Now that hammy is an injury that has been known to linger, to cause people like Mr. Mike Evans troublesome. He's also 30 plus years old. That's very concerning for the both of them. And Cade Otton, what has Cade Otton done in the last couple of weeks that might have us a little bit interested in him? Now, he is a tight end, 6'5", 247, 2 years experience, age 25 from the College of Washington. The last 2 games, 10 targets a pop, 8 and 9 catches, 181 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The week before, he also scored a touchdown. Now, there have been some members of the league to say this is all recency bias when we consider Cade Otton for Xavier Legette as potentially being a vetoable trade. Now, what I say is recency bias is recency bias in the sense that there's got to be something. It's got to have some sort of standard across all things, and then we're just happening to look at a little bit of a deviation within the player's range of outcomes. But this is different. This is not recency bias. No. Recency bias, this is not. Okay? So what's going on here? It's obvious. It's very obvious. They are down multiple pass catchers in a pass-heavy offense with running backs who have tried to produce and struggled to produce time and time again. So because of that, they're going to continue to throw the ball. And who are they going to throw the ball to? Cade Otton is one of the men who should actually come out on top in terms of overall targets. Going forward, it would be reasonable to say that Cade Otton may be a top 5, top 6 tight end. More likely than not, honestly. I am a fan of Mr. Cade Otton. On the other side, we got Xavier Legette, a man who is on free agency in multiple 10-man leagues that I was in, that a couple of the other league mates were in. It's important to note that he's likely no longer on free agency because of the recent trade to Deontay Johnson to the Baltimore Ravens. Now, little side note, Baltimore Ravens. What can we look for Deontay? I don't know. I really don't. He separates well. He's a good route runner, but too many mouths to feed in a run-heavy offense. I'm not excited. Okay, and I have Deontay. And ladies and gentlemen, this is my third pair of underpants today. I'm worried. I'm shitting bricks. With that said, yeah, we'll get to that with the power rankings. In terms of Xavier Legette, what can he do for him? What can he do? I don't even think I think he got route ran by Jalen Coker, whatever the hell his name is, the other Panthers wide receiver. They have a second-year man, Jonathan Mingo, who hasn't done anything yet, but he has an opportunity to rise to the occasion. And then on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, not all targets are created equal. Not all targets are created equal. And with that said, the targets near the bottom of the barrel, Bryce Young. Andy Dalton, a little better when he focused in. But we're talking here about Xavier Legette acting like he's going to be the guy going forward. And if you ask me, Mr. Gideon, he already had the number one guy on his team, Adam Thielen. When Adam Thielen comes back, savvy route runner, he's the one that's going to get the targets. I wouldn't get as excited about Xavier Legette. Is it a nice bench stash? Yes. Is it worth K-Don? No. That said, there are two charges in this situation. Number one, is that vetoable? That can sometimes get thrown up in the air. A little concerning. You know? There's a clear winner, but is it vetoable? I have to err to the second charge. The charge of collusion. It has been reported in Exhibit A, the WhatsApp group chat, CHM Foosball, that Trevor and Gideon had insider conversations with stipulations not known to the league that resulted in what would we call collusion. Gideon and Trevor had said that if they don't like the trade in 1 week, they could swap. Now, why does that matter? Because this week, Mr. Trevor has George Kittle. He was looking for a 1 week fill-in at tight end. And if it doesn't go his way, they can flip it back. Gideon, there might be a good game out of K-Don. Bad game out of Xavier Legette. And then he tries to do the trade back. Because he's like, you know what? I want K-Don back. Then we have to look at that. Okay, after another week of data, is it reasonable to say that K-Don, with another big performance this weekend for Xavier Legette, who may have a bad performance, at that point would surely be vetoable? Because of that, I forgot my mallet. What I'm going to do, based off of the votes in the group chat, the discussions that have been had, and the fact that both Gideon and Trevor already pleaded guilty. They already voted veto. Okay. Because they're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it. Trevor's like, I don't want anything to stain this back-to-back championship. Okay. Gideon's like, bro, I don't even care. Y'all can settle down. You know. That said, what I will do is I will reverse the trade. If they would like the trade to go through, Gideon will have to field offers from everybody. If he still wants it for Xavier Legette, he can do it. That is his prerogative. I will not veto the trade. Once again, the issue is the fact that they did this trade with the caveat that it would essentially be a bye week fill-in. That, my friends, is collusion. That, my friends, is not okay. It will not be tolerated in my courtroom. That is the CHM Foosball Basketball League. I have spoken. My word is law. Let's get to the power rankings. Thank you.
Power rankings.
Alrighty, so today, ladies and gentlemen, Judge Gary, thank you very much. I am Judge Gary, so I just want to let all y'all know that. Okay, that's it. We're going to make it quick today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to make it quick. Week 9 power rankings, post week 8, pre-week 9, whatever you want to call it. Let's get to it.
Number 12.
I'm going to do my darnest to stick to this motherfucking timer. Okay. So with that said, number 12, the Mighty Wombats. No change, ladies and gentlemen. No change whatsoever. Sticking at the very bottom. CMC can't even save his season. He has CMC coming back very shortly from what we're hearing. Very, very shortly. But he's lost 8 in a row. 8 in a row. He is not coming back, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like everybody to recognize that he is not coming back. I'll say that once again. He is not coming back. And so because of that, I meant the Mighty Wombats is not coming back. On the rest of his team, he just doesn't have anything really to get excited about. I mean, Najee's coming up on his bye. He's had a little bit of a nice stretch here and there, but Hubbard, the clock's ticking. Rashad Bateman, Deontay's there. Deontay's just gonna do whatever Bateman does better. Okay, Deontay's gonna be a good fit there. Eckler hasn't been super exciting. Devontae Adams hasn't been exciting since heading over there. That is a shit show offense. Fuck the New York Jets. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. CMC's not going to save you, my guy. It's over. Send me the money. Let's get to the next one.
Number 11.
Down a spot. Cop off my hawk. This is a man. He's 8th in the league, 7-9. Nothing really, concerning. I will say, I put these together before I heard the news, right before. Like I said, I've been pretty misinformed today. Anthony Richardson's getting benched, ladies and gentlemen. That is good news for Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman might actually be feasible. Garrett Wilson's been steady. And it's actually kind of worked out a little nicely with Devontae Adams kind of playing there. So maybe it'll work okay for him. Brian Robinson falling back down to earth. Unless he gets a touchdown. I mean, he gets the touchdowns, but man, this guy, one catch in the last, month and a half or so. It's in fantasy football in PPR league, it's going to hurt you. Starting Hunter Henry might have a good week this week, but I don't know about going forward. Rashad White, they're going to have him throw the ball, or he's going to have to catch it. He's starting Kirk Cousins. He's starting Caleb. He's still struggling at quarterback. Running back, ETN. You seen it. Ladies and gentlemen, what'd I tell you? I said it week one. The second Tank Bigsby ran the football, I was like, he's better. That's it. ETN's carries are gone. Okay. There you go. So number 11. Cop off my hawk. Next.
Number 10.
Number 10. Missed the bye week. Down a spot. Lost 4 in a row. I don't know why he started Singletary over Tracy. I don't know if that was last week or the week before, but that's it. Then the nails in it's Tracy going forward. He looked good. Honestly, it works out better for you. You don't want to be sitting here juggling these two guys. Then you don't want either of them. But Mike Evans out for the foreseeable future, at least a month. A wide receiver of his age, like Judge Gary had mentioned, coming off a hamstring injury. That's going to fuck him. It's going to fuck him hard. He's screwed. I don't know what to tell you. It's just gonna make it so you're gonna have a very hard time trying to get back into the playoffs. CeeDee Lamb will produce. Christian Watson, another man with a hammy injury on the horizon potentially. Who knows? Maybe that actual procedure ended up helping him out there, or the PT things. But I'd like to congratulate you on the return of Mark Andrews. Must feel real nice knowing that he's starting to play good football for you at tight end. You're still waiting for Pacheco to come back. I don't know what the update is on him. I have no idea when he's going to come back. I think it's too late. Let's get to the next one.
Number 9.
On the other side of the trade, the Rage Quit season. Up 2 spots. 2 spots for me. Okay. From number 11 to number 9. Now, he tells me my season's over. I tell him, you got a prayer's chance. The reason why. Okay, first and foremost, his record. He's 6-10. 6th place is 9-7. Okay? It can happen. Number 2, let's talk about what he is doing across top to bottom on the roster. Joe Mixon's a stud. If Joe Mixon plays, he's top 5. What? That's crazy. What? Yes, it's true. Coming off games of his healthy games, 27 points, 27 points, 26 points, 23 points. You got to hope he stays healthy. Knowing you, that might not happen. But there you go. Tony Pollard's been a solid, he's like a low-end RB2, And for you, the fact that you got Jonathan Taylor coming back 19 points. Look at Jonathan Taylor this season 11, 15, 26, 20, 19. It's another guy, RB1. Now we're looking good. Do you have a dog at receiver, though? Mr. Puka Nacua. First game back. I didn't know this guy was going to play. I was watching the game. I was like, oh, man, this guy's in. So Puka Nacua, 18 points right off the bat. That, dreaded Vikings defense. All you got to do is play a little quick game to the outside. And next thing you know, they can't load the line. They don't know what they're doing. They can't get back there far enough. You can beat them. The blueprint has been set, ladies and gentlemen. You can thank Sean McVay. The Detroit Lions beat the shit out of them because we're just better. Sean McVay beat the shit out of them because he's just better. Xavier, no, not Xavier, like Kadon. You guys know why I like Kadon. On top of that, Dallas Goedert, when he plays well. And like I said before, I think he's got the guy already on his team, Adam Thielen. Going forward, he will be the guy. You're welcome. Next.
Number 8.
Number 8. The Great Gatsby. All right, let's talk about the Great Gatsby. Okay, Derrick Henry. All right, there you go. I don't say anything about him. I have Ramondre Stevenson in my other league. I hate having him. Every time I bench him, he scores. Every time I start him, he gets me like 0.2. So I can't get excited about having a guy like him on my team. On the other side of things with your receivers, you're gonna start bouncing back here a little bit. Jalen Waddle, Tua, welcome back. Welcome back. Brock Bowers, stud. I don't need to say anything else about Brock Bowers. And Jamar Chase, stud. I don't need to say anything about Jalen Hurts. The rest of the way, man, honestly, he's been, when you look at the games when him and A.J. Brown play, they play great. Week 1, 18. Week 2, he had A.J. Brown, 25. They lost to A.J. Brown for like 3 weeks there. Then against Cleveland, A.J. Brown's back, 22. Giants, 23. Cincinnati, 35. He's about to play Jacksonville. He's going to torch them. Dallas, he's going to torch them. Washington, the defense looked better, but I still think he's going to torch them. And then when you look at the playoffs, oh, look at that. Carolina. Oh, that's week 14. Never mind. So he's going Pittsburgh, Washington, Dallas. He's going to feast. He is going to feast. And then on your bench, man, I love Juju. Sucks that he got hurt. That's a bad spot for him to do it. Lazard, nothing. Sutton, nothing. Pearsall, they're going to get Juwan Jennings back. So he'll take over. And Tyler Algier, Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, bro. Dalvin Cook. Oh, my God. Dalvin Cook. That is just, I don't know. Can you hear me whistle? But he's done.
Finish him!
Drop him. Don't let him come back on a fantasy roster. Should not happen. Let's get to the next one.
Number 7.
I don't even got notes here for these top 6 because, not too much shifting around. But at 10 and 6, Mr. Go Pack Go, staying put. Why'd I put the down arrow? I must have forgotten to delete that. But he stayed put. Saquon, stud. Gibbs, stud. Jordan Love, man, that guy. A little reckless with the ball. Great for fantasy. Yeah, he tends to get hurt. Xavier Worthy's dog shit. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he just ends up on free agent somewhere. I love rookie wide receivers, but I don't know if he can really hone in and carve out a good role in this offense. You'd think he would have been. Zay Flowers, I don't think the Deontay Johnson trade hurts Jay Flowers like many people might think it does. Okay? I think that overall, sure, is he going to get, the targets going to go Deontay's way? Yes. But Zay Flowers is still going to get his. He's coming off a 12-target game. I just don't think that it's going to hurt him too much, okay? I actually still like him going forward. Jacoby Myers playing great ball. Javonte, I told you, you can't get too happy off that one game because that's not who he is. It's not who he is anymore. It's sad to say it, but it's not. And then on his bench, DK Metcalf reports show, if I remember correctly, he should play next week, actually. Zach Moss. Down, down, down. Let's get to the next one. Top 6.
Number 6.
Number 6, 6 and 10, F the median. Whoa, F the median. Did I write this right? Up 2 spots? F the median? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Now, why is that? Josh Jacobs coming off 2 games where he's actually played, actually scored well. The rest of the season, he was like around 10, 12, 11, 14 points. But these last 2 games, 20 points a pop. Maybe they're realizing they need to kind of back off Jordan Love a little bit here if they want to try to win some of these games. But he goes ahead and puts in back-to-back 20-point performances. Could that be the look of the future? I don't know. We'll see. This will be a good test this weekend against that Lions defense. Breece Hall is Breece Hall. He has a favorable schedule down the stretch. And then the thing I like right here is I like these receivers. So like I said, reports are Joe Flacco is in, Josh Downs is up. Okay? So Josh Downs, man, I love Josh Downs. I wish I didn't drop him. But, things happen. DJ Moore should do better. Jaden Reed's a stud. Terry McLaurin, it's a great trade. And then Debo, I mean, it was pneumonia. He'll be just fine. Cedric Tillman was a good pickup. Wait a minute. This isn't. Am I clicking on the right team here? Oh, I didn't realize you got Tillman. Nice work, man. Nice work. But there you go. Number 6, F the median. Congratulations. You're up 2 spots. I hope you feel good about yourself. Bye-bye.
Number 5.
Number 5, staying put, kneecap collectors. Kareem Hunt playing well, coming off a 13-point game. Either way, 13 points, 23 points, 18, 10 points. I mean, they know what they need to do to win, and that's going to be they're going to have to run the football. Okay. He got 21 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. So really not a great performance, but you can just see they're feeding him. And he might be getting on a per game basis, might be leading the league in those carries. So we'll have to see. And then James Conner backed up with Trey Benson. It should work out too. Now, receivers wise, oh man, I forgot to restart it. But Drake London, he's playing good ball. He's coming off a bad game, but overall, it was just this last game and the first game were the only bad games he's had all year. Devontae Smith, another guy who had a really bad game 2 weeks ago, came right back up with that 20-point performance. That is Devontae Smith. Okay, we're looking at 15, 20, 15, 15, and then he had that 1-point game and then 21. He's a stud. Jalen Hurts starting to click. It's clicking. Sam Laporta, speaking of clicking. Okay, in the last 2 out of the last 3 weeks, he's had a touchdown. That said, 2 weeks ago, he only had 1 catch, but it was a touchdown. The Lions have not been featuring him, and I don't know why. I'm not sure. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Swift. Now the schedule takes a turn, so we're gonna see. He was able to do it against all these guys. We're gonna see if he can do it the remaining part of the season here, and then there you go. Congratulations, Tyreek Hill, the man himself. He's back. You're gonna do good. I like the Hopkins pickup. I think it actually works. And on top of that, when I look at his defense, I see guys that can plug and play at some point. When JMO hits, he hits. Free JMO, free Waymo.
Number 4.
Quick and to the point, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dirty Bert tried to make his name be said, so he was talking about the chat. He thinks that he doesn't have to bother with us. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Not sure why I did that there.
Number 3.
There we go. It says number 3, but really is number 4. There you go. So Dirty Bird, I clicked on the wrong button. Sorry. This is what he was looking for. He was looking to be in contention down the stretch when his players get healthy. Now, he had an absolute free fall in the middle of the season. And, we were talking about that being potential because of the injuries. But now, Tua is back. That offense is clicking for Miami Dolphins. Alvin Kamara got paid. I think he broke his hand, but he got paid. I think he's supposed to play still. He's still playing. And he's going up against Carolina. Absolutely feast spot. Feast. F-E-A-S-T. Amon-Ra St. Brown's a stud. Only, I think, 2 bad weeks on the season. Cooper Kupp is back, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Pitts. I've been telling you guys all year how great Kyle Pitts are. I kept telling you over and over again that Kyle Pitts is not a man to be doubted. Okay? That you should always have hope in Kyle Pitts. Right? I said that, right? We can rewrite history nowadays. Totally can. Nick Chubb. He actually ran the ball pretty aggressively. Pretty good. So we'll see. Lad McConkey. Man, this guy, Harbaugh loves him. And then Keon Coleman. Man, look at these guys right here. Judy I know Judy, whatever, but like these three guys in particular. But I want to kind of focus, I guess, on Keon Coleman and Pickens being the contested catcher. A lot of contested catchers right here. I like it. I like a man who can outman you. You know, go up and get the ball. Absolute.
He's a dog.
Dogs. Okay, there we go. He's hoping to get Hawk back. Let's get to the next one. Congratulations, Mr. Dirty Bird, number 4 on our power rankings. Congratulations. Don't expect to get much higher. Number 3, Mr. Cincinnati Lights. Congratulations. This is as low as you've gotten in the season. And you know what? You should be pretty happy. 3 is not bad. Considering you got a football team that's sitting there at 9-7, and I've only had you in the top 1, 2, and 3. It's pretty impressive. So let's talk about your team. You know, Kyler, man, this guy, up and down, huh? But man, when he is up, he is up. Okay. 22 and 21 in the last 2 weeks. Then before that, 11, then 25, 9, 15, 28. I mean, when he's up, he is up. And when he's clicking. So we'll see. You know, COD is out. So we'll have to wait and see. Bijan, producing well. You know, I feel like ever since I said, yeah, let's maybe consider backing off on him, he's put up 20 plus points every single week for the last 3 weeks. It's impressive. Makes me feel like a moron. Wide receivers, the names sound better than the production. I will say that. Malik Neighbors, Darnell Mooney, T. Higgins actually has produced. So T. Higgins is different. But Chris Olave, I'm surprised on how bad he's been this year. He's had maybe like, 2 good games? 2, 3 good games? And he's a very talented guy. But, you know, he's getting Nico back. Nico, that's the guy. That's my Michigan man. Okay. Probably going to end up putting up another wide receiver 1 numbers. No Stephon Diggs there, so it's going to get right back to him. So we'll see. I love Tank Bigsby. I like Tajay Spears, although Tajay Spears remains hurt. Overall, top to bottom is still a very solid roster. That's why you sit there at number 3, my friend. Number 3, congratulations. Let's get to the next one.
Number 2.
Emotional damage.
I was just sitting there looking at the roster, and I started getting a little worried. Now that said, I'm sitting at 13-3. What are you worrying about, man? You're sitting at 13-3. You're sitting there. You got the most points in the league by, let me see, 1160. What? Almost 100 points. You're sitting pretty. What are you so worried about? I feel like I am one injury, one, you know, Kyron Williams tweak of the knee, Montgomery bone bruise, whatever it's gonna end up being, and then I'll start struggling at running back because Braylon Allen and Jalen Warren, and I just don't know if they're gonna get the job done. On top of that, oh my God, the Deontay Johnson trade. I mean, there's just like you can't really get excited about a wide receiver going to the Ravens office. You just can't.
Emotional damage.
It hurt when I saw it. That said, I got other things I can rely on. You know, we got AJ Brown, just absolute motherfucking
Dog.
And then Brian Thomas. Let's talk a little bit about Brian Thomas, and then I'll let y'all go here. But Brian Thomas Jr. has been an absolute menace since walking into the NFL. Number seven in wide receivers right now in fantasy scoring. That said, he has not hit his bow yet. But this is a rookie wide receiver we're talking about. They usually take a second to get going. But I'm going to say it again, okay? 15, 12, 10. Then he started going, okay? 22, 23, 6, 22, 16. This is a man playing good ball. Christian Kirk is down. We'll see. They said the MRI looked okay. I'm imagining he ends up playing. Trey McBride is another guy who's continuing to look better and better with every week. He missed a game already, but he's still the number 3 tight end coming off a 22-point performance. What up, Trey McBride? What up, my guy? And I love holding on to rookie wide receivers for later in the season, the ones that I can trust, like Roma Dunze. But there you go, number 2. And then I guess you guys know what is going to be that number 1.
Number 1.
Sitting at, what was that, 10? No, 12-4. Number 1 in the power rankings, Mr. Trevor. Okay. The back-to-back champion, the Tribe Called Questionable. You heard the man's name before. He's been talked about all along today. You know, he finds a way. You know, he's like a squirrel looking for a nut. They can get it. Okay, don't matter if you've been out in the cold for a bit. Finds a way to recoup. I love James Cook. I think the reason, man, he just hasn't caught as many balls as I expected over these last handful of weeks, but I think he's gonna be fine. Either way, 28-point performance. Just absolute boss. Love him the rest of the way. K9. They didn't use him like late in that game, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it was script dependent. That said, I think he can still come on out and do well. He's got Justin Jefferson, enough said. Marvin Harrison, I don't know. He's coming off a great game, which is good, but it's just he's a very, 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 very up and down guy. Like to the point where like it's sometimes concerning. He's starting Mostert, did he get his one injury check mark out of the way this year? And then what about Keenan Allen, that other injury check mark out of the way? And then Jonathan Brooks. Apparently he can't really do really well in pass protection in college. So he caught like 20-something balls, but he can catch balls, but pass protection is bad. So I don't know in the NFL if he's going to play a lot of those third downs. I thought Bucky Irving would be playing more third downs than anticipated. He isn't. And then, like I said, we're going to do the K-Don switch. Xavier Legette. Now, as much as K-Don's better than Xavier Legette, at the same time, Xavier Legette, like you could still, as a bench guy that you probably got off free agency when nobody else even touched him, for not even $1. Take it. Take it. Hold on to it. Run with it. Cuddle with it. Sleep with it. Eat it. Bite it. Scream at it. Do what you got to do. But, feel good about it. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. 12-1. There you go. Your power rankings. Gary the Chemist out. And Judge Gary, we're out. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, my God. Oh, I almost forgot.